Subscribe, I'll stop when I reach the number, I'm sorry! Hello, sir. You've been outside of my house for about 4 days now. Do you need something?
Hello there, sir. I am Sonichu. I love you.
What?
I have been informed there are stories about me being spread by just some really rude people, some trolls, and I would like to give my side of the story if you are willing to listen. Yeah.
My better judgment says call the police, but you are confusing me so much I need to know what's going on.
Thank you for your kind heart. Now, first of all,
Tell me why I'm stuck as a virgin with rage.
What?
yeah, these no good trolls stole my PlayStation account password, and they said they would only give it back if I sent a video of me shoving my medallion up my ass. So I did.
Dude, you can just call PlayStation Network to reset your password.
Yeah, I found out that's true. That's the only way to do that. So I didn't have to do that with my medallion.
How old were you?
27.
No.
I have the power! Feel my wrath!
Hey, I'm thirsty. I heard you mention orange Fanta.
Tails, get out of the room. You are not supposed to hear this. This is not for kids. Get out.
You were just talking about soda.
It was not just soda. It was not.
Put down your wares and bring yourselves unto me. I will hunt you down and really smite thee.
With your mother?
Well, no, there is a simple explanation. You see, someone called me a motherfucker, and I thought it was an order.
You're depraved.
Okay, now that I got all that cleared away, you should also know that I believe I am Jesus, and you should submit everything to me and give me free stuff. And if you criticize me, I'll send you to hell.
You just told me all of that, and you expect me to give in and respect you?
Yes, I'm all powerful, clearly.
You should be in prison.
Yeah, I was in prison.
How did you escape?
I didn't. Someone bailed me out.
What?
Oh, they did it while I was making this cartoon.
I don't know how to end this. I had this planned like a week ago. He's out there. He's out in public. He's out of prison. What do I even do? Subscribe. I'll stop when I reach the number. I'm sorry. Hello, sir. You've been outside of my house for about 4 days now. Do you need something?
Hello there, sir. I am Sonichu. I love you.
What?
I have been informed there are stories about me being spread by just some really rude people, some trolls, and I would like to give my side of the story if you are willing to listen. Yeah.
My better judgment says call the police, but you are confusing me so much I need to know what's going on.
Thank you for your kind heart. Now, first of all,
Tell me why I'm stuck as a virgin with rage.
What?
yeah, these no good trolls stole my PlayStation account password, and they said they would only give it back if I sent a video of me shoving my medallion up my ass. So I did.
Dude, you can just call PlayStation Network to reset your password.
Yeah, I found out that's true. That's the only way to do that. So I didn't have to do that with my medallion.
How old were you?
27.
No.
I have the power! Feel my wrath!
Hey, I'm thirsty. I heard you mention orange Fanta.
Tails, get out of the room. You are not supposed to hear this. This is not for kids. Get out.
You were just talking about soda.
It was not just soda. It was not.
Put down your wares and bring yourselves unto me. I will hunt you down and really smite thee.
With your mother?
Well, no, there is a simple explanation. You see, someone called me a motherfucker, and I thought it was an order.
You're depraved.
Okay, now that I got all that cleared away, you should also know that I believe I am Jesus, and you should submit everything to me and give me free stuff. And if you criticize me, I'll send you to hell.
You just told me all of that, and you expect me to give in and respect you?
Yes, I'm all powerful, clearly.
You should be in prison.
Yeah, I was in prison.
How did you escape?
I didn't. Someone bailed me out.
What?
Oh, they did it while I was making this cartoon.
I don't know how to end this. I had this planned like a week ago. He's out there. He's out in public. He's out of prison. What do I even do? Subscribe. I'll stop when I reach the number. I'm sorry.
This does not even deserve a captain's log introduction, because this is dead serious.
My name is Christian C, and I am proud to be playing my PS3 with my virginity. There's old trolls and new trolls and good and the bear. Sun and shoe, rose and shoe, mine says senior year. And so I found a place where there are no homos. My happy man child face, it says the Chris Chan Show. Yeah.
This does not even deserve a captain's log introduction, because this is dead serious.
My name is Christian C, and I am proud to be playing my PS3 with my virginity. There's old trolls and new trolls and good and the bear. Sun and shoe, rose and shoe, mine says senior year. And so I found a place where there are no homos. My happy man child face, it says the Chris Chan Show. Yeah.
Okay. I think that's good. Give it like 5 minutes, so make sure everything's going just fine. And I think the microphone's fine. Take off the thing and my cover. No more using Soundwave to cover up the camera. Ooh, I should have had something to eat. I'm running on just pure coffee, but oh well. I actually found something that I'm excited about drawing. Because before I left the stream last night, Mintz asked me, is Guild Wars 2 a good game? And I was like, bitch, Guild Wars 2 a good game. So I'm going to draw my favorite character that I've made from Guild Wars 2. I'm going to draw her while I suffer through more Chris Chan for the stream. I have thought of some other things to watch, but this is just, like, right now, I have a decent little title card I can use, and it's just the easiest thing to throw on.
Received a new patron for her Patreon
So
page,
for now, I'm just going to
pledging
stick with it.
$100 per month, and so notified curious Twitter users that she was doing better financially, but still could use more money.
Well,
Around a day
thankfully,
later, Chris purchased
Okay, I
3
gotta remember
PlayStation 4 games,
to,
including
like, frickin' back up my driver before I start a stream. Like, I like my Huion just fine. It's actually a pretty good tablet, in my opinion. But if I leave Photoshop open for too long, I have to, like, reinstall the driver, which is kind of shitty. Only take a second.
one from the Hyperdimension Neptunia series, at a total cost of around $100. On the 23rd, Christine was sued for unpaid debt again by Midland Funding, with the hearing set for
Warning,
December
if you import
19th.
settings, it'll clear your
On that
settings.
same day,
Yeah, no
she
crap,
posted
that's the
a
point.
concerning tweet. When the worlds merge, I will have access to tons of savings in Quickfill. It is a lot
let
of
me,
money.
sign
Indeed,
out,
10 to 1 is my
Steam.
repayment rate. For anyone wondering what the merger will look like, consider this, but show everyone reaching the light turning into Sonichus and Roastchus. Her message was
Yeah,
accompanied
I
by an
backed
image
up a little
showing
bit
people
the
caught in a
last
lightning
chapter.
storm, up in the clouds, ascending toward a godly light. This tweet was very quickly deleted. She soon after sent out the same tweet again, only this time, the attached image had a more pleasing blue hue, rather than the original orangey glow. In addition to the reference of people changing into Sonichus, replaced with a comment to state that they would be able to visit the other dimension.
Changing the
Chris
color
later
to a more
clarified the
friendly,
meaning behind
less
her
hazardous
posts. Also,
like
on
threatening
this one
color
tweet
is
here,
a rare
I
moment
realized
of
when Magichan
self-reflection
tweeted
for
it,
him.
the comparison on the Ascension where those chosen
Artistically, at
would
least,
become
like, he actually
Sonichus and
recognized, oh
Rosechus,
shit,
that
that's
was a
kind of a
metaphor for
threatening
y'all's
color. Maybe I should
understanding
change
of
it
the situation.
to blue,
Seriously,
to
you
better
all
reflect my
who make it
character and to
through
make it look
will
more friendly.
remain human. On the bright side, those of you who do make it with your own OCs in C-197 and its Equestria and other areas other than Earth, y'all will be able to meet and hang out with them. Good times, and getting to meet your favorite superheroes, among which is cool. Suffice to say, after that, beware the villains and supervillains. Let us superpowered heroes deal with them. Thank you. On October 26th, Christine made a YouTube video to explain the so-called dimensional merge.
Hello everybody, this is Christine Chandler coming to you live from home once again. And we're going to talk about the recent, more obvious topic of the dimensional merge.
Ooh,
this
buckle up.
dimension,
It's gonna
right
be
here.
cringy.
1218. It's going to be merged with our sister dimension, C197, where most of our superheroes, supervillains, OCs, and what have you, and other characters.
She's like a
Existed,
vampire
have been
that also
existing and
commands
coexisting.
these little bone minion rat things.
Everybody who survives this will get to meet their favorite superheroes among others and everything. But yes, those are going to survive and those are not going to survive. But fortunately, should be most of the Earth population.
We all die, Christian.
Aside from
but
that,
for you,
the
it'll be
decision
much
is
worse.
definitely
or when
supported
death
by
comes
me,
for
but,
you, it will be
also gonna
without
be
honor, or
made in
however
part
that
by
quote goes. Damn it!
your
I almost
goddess
had
of
it.
this earth. Yep. Parent of Jesus is a woman. Okay? Yep. Let's get that line
I
over
still
our way.
remember what I said last night. Why is there
I
even
am
gotta
Mrs.
be
Christine
like a
Weston
weird
Chandler Science
like
you.
gender on God or
CPU,
whatever in the first place?
Blue
It's
Heart
like,
of
we're not
Quickville,
very-
and
well,
Comma.
whatever, who cares?
And the consoles of Commodore. Still getting used to that, and I'm still adjusting and learning the ropes of all my responsibilities, powers, and everything. Still in development. But anyway,
It sounded like he like
in the
was
coming
about
days
to
up to
snip
the
his finger.
dimensional merge, you're definitely going to see some visual differences in your local surroundings. So just be mindful and watchful of your surroundings and
Not bad. Oh, yeah. Thought I fucked up the video for a second.
You can tell obviously this is really coming from my heart. I have no script. This is me explaining it as
I don't
best
think
as I
I've seen
can.
you ever
just
use
to-
well, since your first
This
video
Earth,
at least.
in this dimension, 1218. Anyway, don't panic. Remain calm. We will get through this. We will survive. And also, I definitely need to make a personal address to her of this world, Megan Schroeder. And if anybody tries, if anybody contacts her, just do not contact Megan Schroeder of this world at all. Okay? I'm essentially speaking to her directly through this video so then she can get a better understanding from the recent events and what we've been letting her know about recently. Megan Schroeder still has been so many years since we've talked with each other. I want you to know first off that I definitely have no ill feelings against you, and I strongly support your relationship with your sweetheart. And obviously, I'm not going to come after you whatsoever.
I'm after you.
I have been married since last March to my Magichan Scienchu and Grizel Rosechew.
That's
And more
well,
recently,
you know,
became married to Savannah Rosechew and Mewtwo. But
I say
anyway,
that with a laugh,
Megan,
but you know, he's
your counterpart
weirdly
in
dangerous in his own
C197,
right. To be fair,
leader of the island nation of Krasna, because after I had talked with your counterpart, we still had in possession the original transformation pen that she had. I wanted to make sure I got in the right hand, so you got it, Megan. It was delivered to me. Delivered to you. You have it, and you also got to share at least half of it of Red Heart's powers and memories.
Just
So,
leave.
Yes, Megan Schroeder.
Leave Megan
You are indeed
alone
a
for the love of
goddess.
God. Just like go
Just like
away
I
for
became
a
a
while,
goddess.
man. Well, I mean, we tried to do that.
Because we were
I tried to send
bestowed
you to jail.
memories
Apparently,
and
that
everything.
didn't stick either.
So, sooner you wake up to that realization, the better it will be. So, with that, I will be ending this video shortly, but know that everyone, be aware of your surroundings. The changes are going to happen as the two dimensions merge. Remain calm. Don't fire any weaponry. And if you end up seeing your favorite superheroes or your OCs, be glad.
Okay. See you later,
Like
Six.
those famed amongst the Brony community, you see your OC characters,
I'll see you.
and you
in
definitely
Guild
hear
Wars,
from them
I guess,
telepathically.
later.
Open mind,
I'll do
open heart.
slash wave,
listen up.
and then do a sick robot
I'll
dance.
help you out in the longer run.
Because that's the default
Anyway,
dance for
so I
Missouri.
think that pretty much covers it for now. Thank you all for listening. I
Even though
am
she would probably do
Christine
something
Weston
more
Chandler
fancy.
Sonichu, the CPU Blue Heart of the nations of Quickville and Kama, and the consuls of Commodore. Thank you. Be safe and have a great day.
Chris then told the captain to send the video to Megan. She stated that she felt bad for Christine, but would not under any circumstances meet up with her. Also
well,
on that
yeah.
day, Christine went back to Twitter to post about
don't
the
blame her.
dimensional merge and address some negative comments
Your
written on the
soft core
Kiwi
ruined
forums.
her life.
The worlds are not merging quickly enough. I need my savings in
core ruined her
Quickville.
life. That
My
doesn't
mother
sound
and
good.
I
You-
need
I'm
to
sure you
eat,
know that.
and yes, I enjoy playing new games. The Neptunia series expands my mind and greatly. Don't judge! It's like a Christian
Isn't
reads the
Neptunia
Bible,
just
or a
supposed to be
Muslim,
a joke?
the Quran.
It's not supposed to be
Sheesh.
taken seriously,
Not to
right?
mention, I'm getting to
I-
know
I
my
played,
fellow
a
CPU
good chunk
peers
of the
more
first
through
one.
the
I
gameplay
liked
as
it,
well.
But
and earning
you know,
the trophies is a
each
bonus.
character
And if you
representing a
naysayers
console,
must
I
know,
mean,
I got
it's-
4 goddesses online pre-owned with
There's
great
even a
discounts.
character that's supposed
and
to
the
be a
prototype
DS.
2-pack
What
was on
relevancy
clearance.
does that goddess
Also,
have now?
getting to know better my own responsibilities and duties as a CPU for myself. It is so much more than just answering prayers of the nations I am goddess over, I tell you all. At around the same time, Christine took notice of a Twitter account purported to belong to an organization that sold so-called official Sonichu merchandise, which gave some of its proceeds to the autism advocacy charity Autism Speaks. Chris addressed the account, declaring them a thief, and that Autism Speaks did not deserve money that was destined for her. She demanded that the producers of the merchandise
No
cease
comment.
their sales unless she is guaranteed some of the profits. Sonichu official merchandise then tweeted a private message they
I could
received
say some
from
things
Chris,
about
who
Autism
told
Speaks,
them
but
that it was
I
actually
definitely don't
Magichan
think that
who had written the previous tweet, and that she
fucking
wanted
Christine
them to email
Western
her so
Chandler
her
is the
associates
person
could
to
help
say
negotiate an
anything.
arrangement. Chris then exclaimed on Twitter that she was not high all the time and did not smoke pot while driving. She then added that she was not as irresponsible as everyone thought, and that Miss
Christian
Liebling
strikes me
made
as
her
one of
want
those
to
people that
scream.
needs to
She
take like
asked for her observers
ayahuasca
to leave certain
once and
friends of
find
hers
himself,
alone,
like
most
herself.
likely referring to the group of transgender
You know what I mean?
teenagers,
Like,
including
needs
Lucas,
like some
Devil,
kind of
and 1 or 2 others,
deep
dubbed by Kiwi
psychological
Farms users
therapy
the Teen Troon
to
Squad,
become
with
a
whom Christine
normal
regularly
person.
socialized and smoked
I don't think
marijuana.
I don't think pot's
Some
gonna
of the
do
guard
it
dogs
for
on the Kiwi
somebody that
farms,
far gone.
namely Marvin
I don't
and the
know.
captain,
I ain't no
believed
doctor.
that the Teen Troon Squad
So,
were responsible
I
for
don't know.
much of her recent strange behavior,
I
and
just,
believed the concept of the dimensional merge was their creation. Some
I don't
members
know.
of the friend group later clarified that
Whatever
they
he's
did not
doing now, it
introduce
ain't
to her
working.
the idea of the merge, but did encourage it. Finally, on October 26th, a Kiwi
Yay,
Farms
I
user
get to do the
privately
big old
texted Chris
gloves.
asking about her lost
Yes.
cat, Sorbet. She
Yes.
confirmed that he never came back
Delicious.
and was determined to have died, considering that Christine confirmed that Sorbet's soul had traveled to the dimension CU-197 and merged with his counterpart there, thusly
Bigger
transforming
thumbs.
into
Bigger
an
thumbs.
anthropomorphic
Bigger
cat,
thumbs!
apparently a common
They're
occurrence.
adorable!
Chris also wrote that she apparently met the anthropomorphic Sorbet herself. On October 29th, Christine wrote a long thread
maybe
of tweets
she has, like,
trying once
a
again to
bottle of-
explain the dimensional
What kind of
merge,
alcohol do they
punctuating
have
each tweet
in Guild
with an
Wars,
animated
I
GIF
wonder?
from various
I'm sure
sources.
they just serve
She later
regular
added
wine.
that she thought around half of the
Yo,
Earth's
those
population
new
would
Sonic
survive
shorts.
the
I
merge.
saw the latest one.
Kristen notified the captain
they're
that she
really,
intended
really
to
cool.
cooperate with the
Yo,
Sonichu
look at that
merchandise team
one!
to create a written guide to the dimensional merge.
Who made that?
Proofread and supplemented with professional illustrations. She would in turn receive 50% of the profits. As the Chandler
That
household slipped further
slaps.
and further into debt,
Ah,
and the future looked more and
Man.
more uncertain,
I-
Christine tried her hardest to
poor
escape the
Barb.
misery of her life by creating
I
the
hope she's
hope
doing
for a
good.
new
Same
one.
with Megan.
She hoped all her and others'
I'm glad
creations
Megan stood her
would come
ground and
alive
just did
live
not
side by
meet
side
up with him
her.
at all. Good,
She
good
hoped
move on
that
her
if
part.
she tried really hard to believe in the merge, it could indeed come true. She hoped that if people agreed with her, it could let
Yeah,
her
I'm just
know
gonna
that
have
there
her
truly
hold
could
a
be
wine
a way
glass.
out from the life she made.
And she's a vampire. I guess it could be blood. Yeah, that makes sense. Ooh, I need to draw her rat minion, bone minion thing. I like to think of her as like a vampire that controls like little rat minions. These little guys. Ah, this one's kind of cute. Or the big meat butcher thing. Probably makes meat pies Sweeney Todd style. And even got a little vampire bat. Wasn't for a mini. Wasn't too expensive.
What
Best
made
thing
her
about
this
Guild
way?
Wars is if you're creative enough, you can get
What is the
the
attraction?
kind of character you want without spending a penny.
What keeps
like,
us fascinated?
I have all kinds of cool stuff
This
for
is
my
the
other
story
characters
of
that I've
Christian.
actually spent money on and stuff, but all the stuff I got for her, and she's my favorite. Let's see, I did buy the suit, but that was for like a different character a long ass time ago. And everything else I just got through the shops.
On October 30th, 2018,
And
Christine
the
continued
suit was
to
on
write
sale.
extremely long threads on Twitter,
that was the
attempting to
first
explain
thing
to
I
her
bought, and
followers
that
the
was, like,
concept
year
behind the
2
dimensional
of Guild
merge,
Wars,
or
so
the
I just
foretold
hung on to
alleged
it for a
merging
while.
of the real-world
And
dimension
I didn't even
of
like the way it
1218
looked on
and the dimension
girls in the game,
C197,
but then I found
which
out the
contained
female
the living
Azuras
embodiments
wear this
of
little
almost
suit
all fictional
instead of a
cartoon
dress, and I was
characters
like,
and alternate
"That's
versions of
cute
most of the
as
residents of
fuck."
the actual Earth. Upon finishing her 3-part extended Twitter thread,
So
she
whoever
felt
did
she
that
had
for
written
the
enough
Azuras
to complete
in
the
the
Merge
game really
Survival Guide
made
book
a
that was
fantastic
previously
call.
planned
That
as a
is so much
collaborative
better
project
than
with
if they
the
just
team
made it
behind the Sonichu official
another like tiny
merchandise
dress
Twitter
or whatever.
account.
Especially
The
with
merchandise
this
creators
vampire motif
instead
I'm going
expressed
for.
their confusion at her relatively brief
Which
text,
also
claiming
happened
what
on
Chris had
accident. I
written
wasn't
was not
trying to
long
make her
enough for a
gothic or
fully fledged
anything
book.
at all.
Also on October 30th,
It just all fell
Christine
into place
unveiled
like
a new
that.
kitten that had approached her from a litter of newborn cats
I mean,
in their
granted,
backyard.
necromancer.
She named him Patches and brought him to a vet where he was diagnosed with
But I was originally
conjunctivitis in
planning
his left
on,
eye
making
and given
her
medicine. Chris elaborated on Twitter that the
a more
Chandlers had
aloof
been feeding the
character.
wild cats in the backyard for a while, and that 2 more
But it
kittens
just,
had snuck
didn't pan
into
out
the
that way.
property,
This sort of
but were still
stoic,
hiding.
Tiny vampire
On
is just
October
too cute.
31st, Chris revealed her Halloween costume, Princess Savina from the cartoon series The Smurfs. She planned to attend a bar and grill restaurant and enter a costume contest, and later added that her 4 spouses, Magichan, Sylvana, Crizel, and Mewtwo, who apparently could not be photographed, were also dressed up as characters from the Smurfs.
I might take some liberty with
In
the
the
feet.
aftermath of the event, Chris wrote that the restaurant had a great atmosphere, friendly employees, and good tea and burgers. On November 1st, Christine tweeted that the dimensional merge would
Damn, I
happen
can
before
smell
the
dinner.
end of the year, though was uncertain on which day. On November 2nd, Chris informed trusted QB Farms member, the captain, that the other 2 kittens have formally been welcomed into the
Making,
Chandler's home, and all 3 were ill.
Frickin'
On that same day, Christine posted on Twitter
leftover
that her new family of
chicken,
kitties all
turkey
suffered from
soup.
conjunctivitis and needed
You know, the ones
immediate
in the
medical
picture.
attention. She asked for help from her followers since she feared her new cats
So
would
it's
not
making the
survive
whole
until
damn
the
house
merge.
smell like
The captain, via text
Thanksgiving, which is
message,
pretty-
told Chris that he
pretty
was
good.
furious that she was using the kittens to beg for money and ordered her to take the kittens to the vet. Other forum users noted that the tweet seemed to have been sent from New Zealand, like some tweets posted in October, positing that perhaps the message was written and sent by a troll. Chris then wrote that the cats were recovering in
Ooh,
warmth
you
and
know what
comfort,
her
with
outfit
paper
is
to
starting to
relieve
remind me
themselves
of,
onto,
one of my
and
favorite
good music
characters,
from radio
from
stations.
Final Fantasy.
Not long
Zidane.
after, a tweet posted from Chris's
love
account
Zidane.
that while
He
she was allegedly
is,
playing the video
he
game
is
Hyperdimension
really,
Neptunia, her
he's
mother
really
screamed
cool
and
and,
alerted her
cute.
that the
I
family
like him a
dog,
lot.
Snoopy, had mauled one of her kittens, posting a graphic photo of the alleged
I should
cat
stream Final
carcass.
Fantasy IX.
The tweet was
on here
quickly
sometime.
deleted, and others found
That
that the
is,
image was taken from an
still,
online
like, my
article
favorite game, and
interviewing
that,
visual
mod
effects artist
that has
James
a bunch of
Hatton,
AI
and was
art on
only
it
one
is
of the
pretty damn
examples of
cool.
his work with his company,
Shoot, I like the
Legion
feet I made
VFX.
before. But okay.
In a
I'm
discussion
keeping
with
that.
Sonichu
Fuck it.
official merchandise, who
I
were in the
can't draw
process of
whatever
setting
these
up a
are.
fund for the pets,
These
Chris
weird Yoda
confirmed
feet.
that none of the kittens had died, and that
I'll come back
Animal
to it.
Rescue had come to their home to assess the situation, and told the Chandlers they were taking good care of the cats. Christine told the merchandise producers to not call Animal Control over to their home again. Sonichu Merchandise shared the article from where the
pose.
image came and suggested that she change her Twitter password. Upon changing her password, Christine then complained that she failed to get verified on the social media site, which would allow her to display a verification mark on her profile. Shortly after, Chris shared Sonichu Merchandise's announcement that their emergency fund was open for contributions. She reassured her readers that she personally would not be getting any of the money. After a little while, Christine returned to Twitter to complain that someone had called Animal Control to visit her and check on the animals. On November 3rd, Sonichu official merchandise confirmed that a shipment of medicine was on its way to the Chandler's home. Chris wrote that previous emotionally strong tweets were apparently written by her husband,
she kinda looks
Magi-chan,
like a bat.
and
I
expressed her
only just
thanks to
realized
the
that.
merchandise team. She added that it may be best if money was sent to their
Jeez,
home
I
instead.
seriously didn't
She
realize
later
till
rejected
just
their
now that
suggestion
her
of
Azura
donating the
ears
kittens to a
standing
local
up make her
animal
look even
shelter
more,
and
make her
claimed
look like
that
a
the
bat.
animals were
Holy
getting
crap.
good love and care from the Chandlers.
I thought
Christine
it made
then
it look
posted a
more
photo
like she
of
had
the three
horns,
cats,
but
now
holy
named
crap, she-
Liza, Patches, and Sylvia, and revealed that a local vet came to examine them
How did I
and
not
gave them
notice that till
appropriate
just
medicine,
now?
who should not be contacted. Sonichu official merchandise confirmed that the
She's a little bat
veterinarian
person.
Chris mentioned was the
That is-
correct person to be contacted
Huh.
by anyone who was concerned about the family's situation. Chris then berated the Twitter account, once again reiterating that he should not be contacted. Apparently,
The Chris
a
Chan
Twitter user
documentary
who
is
contacted
so
the vet
much easier to
confirmed
watch when
that
I
Chris
have
had
something
gone
I
to the
actually
vet
wanna
a few
draw
days
to
ago,
work
before
on.
this latest situation developed. Sonichu official merchandise berated Christine because she didn't reveal earlier that the Chandlers already
They're
had
small.
most of the medication that the merchandise team had sent to her, and told her not to use sick kittens for personal gain. The team confirmed with the vet that Christine had gone to the veterinarian once, and only concerning Patches, but had been prescribed enough medication to treat all three kittens. The mother of the kittens was not treated and was believed to have been kept outside in the yard.
Oh shit!
The captain
so,
asked
wow,
for an
they,
update, and Chris
they were not
confirmed
wrong
that
to
the
call
mother
animal
stayed
services
outside
on his
and
ass.
refused
What a
to come in,
goddamn
which
creep.
necessitated the family's old cat, Lucy, to fill in as a mother figure. Chris was personally feeling overwhelmed over these recent troubles, combined with her role in the dimensional merge, and was so laying down to rest. Christine then pleaded with Sonichu
still,
official
I
merchandise
made
to
sure
send
that
them
I didn't
monetary
go
donations,
too
for
hard
they
on
would
that
be gravely necessary
drawing
come
that I
December.
did.
Kiwi Farms user,
'Cause,
the
you know,
American
I feel
Hedgehog,
bad,
supposed that it was because the Chandlers were to pay
making,
a property
anything that
tax
even
of
slightly resembles
$607
bullying,
on
but
December
man.
5th. Meanwhile, the merch team revealed that they did not have private
the title card
conversations
thing
with
I did.
Chris for about a week, as Christine explained
Sonichu
that it was
punching,
because they were
a
insulting
chibi
her,
Rosa
and
Chu.
even though she appreciated the medicine,
Saying
she
pickle.
needed money the most. She then frustratingly
I
proclaimed
even,
that
even
the
with
kittens
that, I
belonged
wanted to make
to
sure
her,
I went
and that
as
she was
soft
their
as
mother and
possible.
loved them all dearly.
But man,
The
does he
captain
not
then
deserve
told
any
QB Farms
sympathy
members
whatsoever.
that he was in contact with another local forum user Chris knew from the End Games card game store, who was interested in adopting the orange kitten, Liza, and was planning on visiting the family home to pick up the cat.
Okay, well
The
now she
identity
looks
of
like
the
a
forum
rabbit.
member was not revealed, but they successfully adopted the kitten
I can
from
do
Chris
it.
after having tea
I can
and
do
good
it.
conversation with the Chandlers.
I
The
can
friend
do it.
later confessed that it seemed that bringing the
I think that's
kittens in
Camp
was in their
Laszlo.
best interest, as the mother cat was very feral and refused to come close to anyone. The condition of the house
Well,
was
you're
reported
probably
as
not
being
helping,
not as bad
so,
as others
man.
thought, but their 2 dogs were described as extremely overweight. The new owner soon discovered that Liza was in fact
Okay,
male.
so
and
what's this
renamed him
dynamic going on
Tingles
then?
after
The
treating
cats
him
are
for
starving
pneumonia.
and sick, but the
On
dogs are
November
overweight?
4th,
What the hell are
Christine
you
wrote
guys
on
doing?
Twitter that the kitten's eyes were clearing up well.
Okay.
The next day, Patches developed further health complications, and Chris took him to the local vet again, but he refused to admit to write what they wanted in chalk to their home Titless on all available game systems. On that same day, concerned observers called
can't
for
handle
animal
the
control
animal
to
abuse
visit
shit.
the Chandler's home again, but since they took care of their pets adequately, they were then left alone with no repercussions. Possibly at around the same time, Joshua Moon, the administrator of the Kiwi Farms, received a text message from Christine in which she wrote that an officer from the Greene County Sheriff's Department came to their home to discuss the significant number of troublesome phone calls they were receiving. Chris gave them the phone numbers of Moon and the captain, who may be better at explaining to the officers the means of quelling the nuisance calls. On November 12th, upon learning of the death of Marvel Comics writer, publisher, and producer Stan Lee, Chris wrote on Twitter that fortunately his soul from this dimension merged with that of his still alive counterpart in Dimension C-197, and that he will be seen again after the merge. At around the same time, Kiwi Farms user Dismedi noticed Christine writing something on the freedom of speech wall in Charlottesville, Virginia, which allowed for anyone to write what they wanted in chalk. After Chris left, the user took a photo
Let me
of what
guess
she
what
wrote.
he drew.
It read,
Sonichu?
Dimensions C-197 and 1218, this world, are merging. Hashtag dimensional merge. Hashtag
Okay, I didn't think he
1218
would do that,
C-197.
so...
Be aware of your
points for originality,
surroundings.
I
Keep
assume?
calm. On November 14th, one of
go back
Christine's
to-
cases for unpaid debt
go
was
back to
given a
the-
continuance, with the
just
next
drawing
scheduled
Sonichu
court
everywhere.
appearance set on January 16th, 2019. On November 15th, Christine explained on Twitter that during the dimensional merge, she estimated that around 51% of the human residents in both dimensions would survive, and 41% would die, with a margin of error of 8%. She wrote down her calculations on a napkin, likely taken from a McDonald's, and posted a photo of it. Also on that day, it was revealed that Chris was involved in a crowdfunded effort to recreate the 2001 animated motion picture Shrek. Titled Shrek Retold, it consisted of over 200 artists, animators, and filmmakers who each recreated a short segment from the movie.
Hey.
Christine's contribution begins around 25 minutes in.
Yeah,
She provided the drawings
her,
and voiceover track, but
very
it appears
pathetic,
that another party
non-existent,
animated the
attempt.
character's motions.
This is Christine Chandler. I'll be depicting
Couldn't
scene
even remember
23
Farquaad's name.
as Shrek exits the ring. The crowd cheers. Yeah! Oh, the bad guy, I forget his name, communicates to the armed forces, and Shrek becomes a bit offended and Donkey is scared. Shall I get the order, sir? No, I have a better idea. People of your luck, I give you our champion! The crowd cheers.
Like,
What?
somebody went in there and
Congratulations,
actually
Ogre.
animated
You have
all
won
this,
the
which
honor
is
of
pretty
going on a
interesting.
great and noble quest, says that guy. I forget his name still. I'm already on a quest to get my swamp back. Your swamp? Yeah, my
Just
swamp,
look it up
where you
or
dump those
something.
fairy tale creatures. Okay, alright, Ogre, I'll make you a deal. Go on this quest for me and I'll give you your swamp back. Exactly the way it was, right down to the last slime-covered toadstool.
Can't
And
even
your
look at the
swat
fuckers.
test is good as gone.
Like, there's no way that
What kind
Christine
of quest?
drew all
And
these frames.
I guess that's it for scene
so
23 of Shrek.
somebody put some effort into actually
On
animating
November
that.
17th, Chris uploaded a short YouTube video of her playing with her cat, Sylvia.
Like, more effort than
Sylvia,
he put
you're
in.
so silly.
Like, for sure.
Why? You're so
She-
silly. You're so delightful.
Okay, thankfully the sound quality
Cat and
is
mouse
super
reading.
crap, so
There's your meme.
I won't worry about a copyright. Ah,
The next day, someone gained access to Chris's Twitter account and posted a short clip of the video she recorded for the Idea Guys, in which she nakedly simulates sex with Magi-chan as All-Star by Smash Mouth
Oh.
plays in the background.
You're an
The video was
all-star.
accompanied by a message purportedly written by someone said to be from the Bluegrass State, likely a reference to Idea Guy, Stephen Boyd, who lived in Kentucky, the so-called Bluegrass State. Like previous suspicious tweets, this post was location tagged as coming from Sydney, New South Wales. The tweet was deleted within a minute. Later on, Chris tweeted, "The time has come. Be sure to pray to the CPUs." She then linked to her long Twitter threads explaining the main concepts of the merge for anyone who had not read them yet. Afterwards, she wrote that the merge was in progress and would take final effect soon. It was observed through her PlayStation Network profile that during this time, Chris continued to play video games, including an entry from the Hyperdimension Neptunia series.
Of course.
On November 22nd,
You know, he's
Chris
kind of
wished everyone
ruining
a
my
happy
desire
Thanksgiving
to
and
play
called
those
for them
games.
to be thankful
Although,
for all
you know,
those
one
who
of my
brought joy
friends
to
highly
them,
recommends
along
the
with
series,
other
so
blessings,
I probably will still
decorating
get
her
around to
remarks
it.
with an attached photo
I
of
mean,
her
I
mother
have them. I
Barbara
got
with
them
their cat
super
Sylvia
cheap.
on her lap. Chris added to her message by
PC
listing some
gaming
of
for
the
life.
things she was thankful for, including finally getting married, becoming
You know,
a
until
CPU
the robots
goddess,
take over,
her
then,
mother
you
being
know,
still alive
it'll
and
kinda
healthy,
suck, but
their
until
house,
then, whee!
kindness from most people around the world, and good music and other simple things. On November 26th, Christine shared on Twitter her Amazon wish list, or a list of items found on the merchant website Amazon.com, which other people could buy for her as a gift. The list included a plethora of Transformers toys, an Xbox One game console, and a couple of Nintendo handheld game consoles. The next day, Chris asked for advice in dealing with a bout of insomnia, to which one commenter wrote that they drank orange-flavored Fanta to go to sleep, trollishly referencing the 2009 leaked video in which Christian
not even
drinks
a
a
clever
solution of
reference.
orange Fanta and his own semen.
It doesn't
This
even...
tweet received
okay.
a reply from the official Fanta Twitter account, which read, "Nothing but dreams of
Oh.
orange emoji."
I was wondering why you
The
even
reply
bothered
was soon
mentioning
engulfed
that.
with replies regarding Chris's past antics and semen drinking.
Do you
and
even
was
know
soon
where you are
deleted.
right now?
At around the same time, upon discovering that she could create sparks by striking two
That's-
quartz stones
that's
together,
really
she tried
funny.
to do the same
That's
using
really
her
funny.
amethyst high school ring and another amethyst stone. She ended up cracking the stone in her ring and tried to repair it with crazy glue. On December 5th, Chris posted a short video on Twitter of the first sight of snow.
Hey everybody, it's snowing here in 1218's Lucasville, Virginia. Why did you interrupt my video, Barbara? There's your joke. Have a good day.
This
Why
was
are
soon
you
followed
so
by a
mean to her?
two-part video review
Jesus.
of the cereal Funkos, created by Funko, which was only sold in limited numbers, with Funko Pop figurines contained within the box.
You know, the black
Hey,
eyes
buddy.
on the
just
Cuphead
wanted to offer a
Funkos
little
doesn't look too bad,
voluntary
honestly.
Individual
Like,
opinion
that's
about
almost appropriate
Funko,
considering that how
brands,
retro
Funkos,
the
cereal.
retro theme is.
just the cereal, though. I mean, because
how that's
having
not
all
true.
the pictures
But,
and the figures and them
Considering
is
their retro
good
theme
and all,
and they
but
actually put the little
the
slant
cereal
in there.
is really good. I mean, various colors they're in, but I mean, hey, Funko Company, you know what you could do with the cereal?
Still
Actually,
don't like
put
them
it in
very
the
much.
grocery stores and in the cereal aisles of the Walmarts, the Targets, and everywhere. All the
real
actual
vinyl.
cereal aisles, instead of just making it a
From Ink
specialty
Pirates.
food item available only in certain places. Because that berry flavor is totally
at-
awesome,
look
and
at
it's a
that.
multi-grain cereal, so it's definitely a good part of a balanced breakfast.
On December 6th, Chris complained on Twitter that trolls were adding items on her Amazon
band.
wish list to their cart, as if they were to buy them before canceling their
hell,
order,
even the
thusly
Soundwave I
emptying
got
her
for
wish
20
list.
bucks from
She asked for Amazon
GameStop.
to rectify their system so that wish list items
I
would
got some
not be
decent My Little
removed if
Pony
the orders
ones.
were cancelled, and that wish lists should not be abused by anyone other than the creators of their own wish lists. Kristen
yeah,
returned
those
to write
Funko
that she
things
enabled
kinda
a
suck.
setting to make her wish list items unable to disappear, before adding a large
I've seen
selection
some
of
that
amiibo
are
figurines to the list,
literally
making the total number of
bigger
items
than
on
my
the wish list
computer.
96.
Like bigger than my desktop
On December
computer.
7th,
Like
an
they're-
unknown individual text messaged Christine to ask her about the dimensional merge, to which she
big- I have-
replied
I
that
have a
events
small
leading up
computer.
to the merge were
But,
happening, and that the climatic merge would be happening very soon. Indulging in
I
her
think that-
fantasies,
you can't
the
see my other
individual
hand.
asked for more details, claiming to hope to
3 or
spend
4
time with
feet
their
tall,
original
I guess.
characters for Christmas. Chris wrote that the wildfire occurring in Florida at the time was one sign of the merge, in addition to
When
the
did that
imminent death
happen?
of U.S. President
Oh, wait,
Donald
I actually
Trump,
do remember
who was to
that.
be replaced by his counterpart from Dimension C-197. The person then wrote that they were interested in buying something from her wish list and inquired why they should be purchased specifically from Amazon. Christine replied that it was nice for everyone to know what she needed/wanted, and singled out replacement Wii U and Xbox One game consoles as priorities, along with some other items. 3 days later, Chris wrote on Twitter that the dimensional merge would happen soon, and that some of the telltale signs of it already developing were the wildfires in California
things are
and
happening.
romaine lettuce being recalled
So
due to
that
an
must
outbreak
mean that the
of E.
merge
coli
is going
bacteria.
on.
Also on this day, in response to artist and
That's a very
YouTuber
healthy
Mads
way to look
Munchkin
at the
posting a collection
universe.
of drawings
Oh.
of dogs from movies, Chris
Yo,
replied saying that
that's
dogs
pretty
and
cool.
puppies, in addition to cats, were cute, attaching a selection of photos of her cats, Lucy and Sylvia, and her two dogs, Clover and Snoopy, visibly overweight. On December 8th, Chris made a short video addressed to one
I was
Gracie,
getting ready
whose
to skip
story
it
of
if
being
we
bullied
got
for
into
her
more
looks
animal,
was shared by her father
not
and then
goodness.
further spread by My Little Pony voice actress Tara Strong.
Hi, Gracie. This is Christine Chandler giving you a little support. I hear you being bullied. Don't let the bullies bother you. I mean, I've been there with you. I was bullied in my childhood, too. I was bullied for being different because of my autism. And I didn't let that stop
I'm
me.
starting to think
And I
that's
was
not why you were
cyberbullied
bullied.
since 2007. You think I'd let that stop me? Nope. Nothing stopped me. I continued on. I created and I worked. And you could do the same. Just, you are beautiful. You are bright. And you definitely look very lovely. You look like a woman. Yes, you do. And when somebody tells you otherwise, you can tell them that I said they could take their insults and zap it up theirs. Report them to your authorities, your principal, whoever's nearby, an adult. Okay? Alright. Good luck, Gracie. Stay awesome. Zap to the extreme.
You know, I have an idea.
The next day, She wrote on Twitter a plea for Nintendo to include Sonichu, Rosechu, and herself as playable
For a new
characters in
pile
the
of
video
cards I can
game
get out of
Smash
watching
Bros.
more Chris
Ultimate.
Chan.
She offered to help by providing her voice acting abilities for all 3 characters. On December 10th, a Twitter user posted an altered version of the newly released teaser image for the upcoming Sonic the Hedgehog motion picture, modified to appear as if Sonic was Sonichu, and was shared with Christine. She responded, writing that she instinctively knew that the filmmakers would not faithfully recreate the titular Sonic's design. She added that the person who altered the image did not accurately reproduce Sonichu's ears, and told them to try again. The maker of the Sonichu plush doll, which Chris criticized upon receiving it, returned to write that Chris should have instead simply written, "Thank you." Chris replied, stating once more that she was sorry for criticizing the plushie before, and reasoned that the reason she tended to be habitually critical was because she was criticized herself many times, and listened to a lot of critics and analysts. Christine thanked them for the Sonichu plushie again, and then addressed the original poster of the Sonichu poster to thank them for their efforts, but added that she felt that more work could have been put into it. On December 11th, it was believed that Christine's Twitter account was hacked again when it posted a preview clip of a house tour video she had filmed for the Idea Guys earlier in the year, and wrote that the full video would be uploaded if she received donations in excess of $500, urging her followers to think of her quote-unquote feeble mother. The house tour preview was uploaded exactly 5 years after the previous house tour video was uploaded online. Chris took back control and deleted the tweet 30 minutes later. The next day, her account was hacked again, and 2 more videos filmed for the Idea Guys were posted, one in which she apologizes for being a fuck-up and a pedophile, and another in which she slaps herself repeatedly. Christine quickly deleted the tweets and wrote another, denying that it was her doing, and explained that the actions seen in the clips were the result of the Idea Guys, Joshua Wise, and Stephen Boyd, and she pleaded for them to stay out of her Twitter account, though it was unlikely them behind the hackings. On December 13th, Christine purchased a used treadmill from Goodwill for $10. She excitedly posted pictures of it on Twitter, writing that it worked great, and she had just finished walking at a speed of 3 miles per hour for 5 minutes. Some observers noticed that there was visible animal feces on the floor in one of the photographs. The following day, Chris wrote a long thread of tweets in reference to her past drawings, depicting her Sonichu characters in sexual scenarios. Yeah, the NSFW direction was not the best impulse I had, even to make one book purposely a controversious one, because it was in at the time, and I was stretching my artistic license and mind in the drawing experiment. Point is, I learned not only from the extended version of Book 8 and other seriously NSFW pieces I ended up drawing, and Idea Guy and Boyd were no help either. I generally am more SFW and positivity driven in my works. Drawing total nudes, sex, and other real questionable things are not my usual cup of tea, and I am not proud of all of the NSFW drawings I ended up making, especially that infamous one that I had torn into pieces. Total wishful thinking gone horribly wrong, that one. But I really do like the pieces where the couple or poly group is cuddling, kissing, hugging, and generally making each other feel happy, appreciates, and loved. I'm still feeling relatively shook up from the worst ones out of that lot, involving myself or Christy, my self counterpart, and my past theoretical and ex-girlfriends, and any humans. It will likely be long after the dimension merge that I'll have recovered from that, forgiven myself fully for the worst of the NSFW items, and even remotely feel at ease drawing anything sexual and/or revealing again.
Wow,
But
that sounds
fortunately,
like a big you
realizing
problem.
my being bisexual and accepting myself for that has been going well. Hell, I even ate the whole box of penis-shaped gummy candy someone glitter-bombed me a year or so ago.
Why are you saying
with no
that like
regret
you should
and
be proud?
appreciation. And I would eat more if I got some. Not to mention vagina-shaped candy, too. Smiling face with smiling eyes emoji, but I digress. It is still a bumpy and long shaft of a road ahead of me as I face each tunnel and speed bump along the way. But I'm
Why'd
still
you say
riding
shaft?
and surviving. And yes,
Why'd you
I know
say
the
shaft,
innuendo
dude?
I'm making. Also on that day, Chris's Twitter account was hacked once again, this time writing that her mother, Barbara Ann Weston Chandler, had passed away. The tweet was soon deleted, and minutes later, Christine recorded a video of her mother confessing that she was still alive.
Hey, Mom. Say something.
My name is Barbara Chandler.
Are you dead right now?
No,
You're very much alive.
yes,
How strong do you feel?
very strong.
Good. Thank you.
As a further measure to prevent hackers, Chris logged out of Twitter on all of her devices, reset her password, wiped her laptop of all data, and installed the Windows 10 operating system. An individual on Twitter wrote that it was dubious how quickly the tweet written by the hacker was deleted and then the video was recorded and posted. Chris proclaimed that she should not be doubted. On December 17th, she expressed her views on the upcoming Sonic the Hedgehog movie, writing that in addition to actor Jim Carrey being unsuited to play the villain Robotnik, Sonic's shoes were incorrect, and he had blue arms rather than the original tan color. She claimed that the real Sonic himself was ashamed and embarrassed of the movie adaptation of his own adventures. She then posted a short video of her cat, Sylvia.
Hello, Sylvia. Look at you being so sweet.
Oh. Temporarily paralyzed for a moment because the fateful incidents between dimensions, and you decide to hang out with me. You're such a sweet and good little kitty. Yes, you are.
Yes, you are. You're so pretty, too.
She also posted a short clip of herself walking on her new treadmill.
Hey, everybody. Checking it out. Just let you know that is me. Walking. Like at 3 miles an hour and counting, baby.
On December 19th, one of Christine's unpaid debt cases concluded, as she was ordered to pay $2,777.90 to Midland Funding. Soon after, she rejoiced on Twitter that US President Donald Trump declared victory over the terrorist group ISIS, and so US troops were set to leave Syria, praising it as the one thing the Trump of this dimension did right. However, Chris clarified that she would be voting for Lisa Simpson from the cartoon series The Simpsons in the next presidential elections in the year 2020. The next day, in response to a Twitter user denying her claims of being a goddess, Chris reconfirmed that she was a goddess and that she had electricity/lightning zapping through her body for 2 nights, claiming she was surviving thousands to millions of volts of electricity passing through her. She assured the doubter that she would make a video showcasing her powers and all her alleged spouses after the merge was completed. On December 22nd, Chris acknowledged that people have been growing impatient regarding the merge, but remained adamant that it would happen at any moment. She reasoned that her frequent spells of déjà vu were confirmation of her experiencing predictions she had received in past dreams and visions. Chris wrote that she even had more than 2 déjà vu moments while in counsel with her psychiatrist, which left her psychiatrist flabbergasted. She concluded that the surges of electricity she could feel through her body was evidence that she was a conduit for the dimensional merge taking place.
Nope, that's just the electroshock therapy.
On
Never
Christmas
mind.
Day, Christine's Twitter account was hacked once again, and someone claiming to be Magi-chan posted a document regarding the so-called Teen Troon Squad. In the document, the supposed Magi-chan claimed that he was in possession of one of the teenagers, Lucas's, body, and was using it to type out his message. He revealed Lucas's full legal name, home address, and phone number. He continued to explain that the group of transgender teenagers would regularly meet up in Lucas's home to smoke marijuana, most likely without his mother's knowledge. Magi-chan closed by stating that due to an apparent time dilation, the merge
Mom, I
in the
gotta
real
smoke
life
some
dimension
weed.
of 1218 would be completed in 20 years' time.
Yay!
At the end of the document was a previously unreleased photograph of Chris with the Teen Troon Squad. To seemingly counteract the leak of information, Lucas himself then posted the video he filmed of Chris apparently kissing her wife Crizel while high. He also wrote another tweet implicating Kiwi Farms user and guard dog, the Captain, as the person who took control of Chris's account and leaked Lucas's private information. Lucas revealed that the Captain was in his late 30s and also posted his supposed phone number. Chris then took back control of her Twitter account to write that she was shocked by the revelation from her supposed husband, who had allegedly been previously warned about giving away personal information, or doxing. She restated that the merge was imminent and told her followers to enjoy the rest of their waking days. Chris said that she was enjoying her time by playing the recently purchased video game, Starlink. At first, she seemed to be dismayed to hear that the merge might be delayed by 20 years, but then she decided that while the majority of people on Earth would be hibernating for 20 years as the merge developed, Christine herself, along with a select few destined to follow her, would remain awake to uphold their destiny. On December 30th, Lucas made his Twitter account available for direct messaging in case anyone was interested in learning the full story about his involvement with Christine. On that same day, someone claiming to be Lucas went to the image board 8chan to post a photo of a drawing and medallion depicting Lucas's Sonichu form, both made by Chris. The next day, the same person proceeded to upload the video in which a naked Christine had pretend sex with her supposed husband, Magi-chan, which she had filmed for the Idea Guys in early 2018. The leaker, as Lucas, pleaded for people to stop texting him, linking to his recent Twitter post. He claimed that he would tell the whole story if people stopped texting and calling him. On Twitter, Lucas claimed that he was not the person to have leaked Chris's sex tape, alleging that it was the doing of the Idea Guys. In a further tweet, Lucas wrote that he only used Twitter, and if there were screenshots from other sites of individuals claiming to be him, then they were imitators. Upon learning about the leaks herself, Christine tweeted that she was very angry at Lucas, mostly for insulting his own special Sonichu. She also wrote that she would not buy Lucas alcohol, since he was under the legal age to buy it himself. On New Year's Eve, Chris wrote several posts referring to the countdown to the end of the year and the apparent dimensional merge that was to take place at any moment. In the final hours of the day, Chris wrote a list of best moments for her in 2018, which included meeting friends and allies from both dimensions,
Okay,
discovering that she
so,
was in fact a
when I
Sonichu,
get back,
marrying Magi-chan, Crizel,
I'm gonna
Sylvana,
finish
and
this.
Mewtwo, and being
gonna
bestowed with the
change it up
memories, powers,
from
and soul of CPU Blueheart.
Christian
On
to
January
Bootleg
1st,
Zone.
2019, Christine announced that the merge between
And
Dimensions 1218 and
I'm
C197
going
was still in
to
progress, but was being delayed due to apparent damn red tape. She wrote that she still remained married to her 4 spouses, but confessed that there was still room for one more person from the real-life dimension. On that same day, Lucas wrote in reply to another party that he was very disliked by the people of the QB Farms. A newly created Twitter account then wrote to him that he brought this negative attention onto himself. Lucas then shared a notification he received showing that the mysterious new Twitter user was in his contact list on his phone. Lucas elaborated that the only 2 contacts that he thought might do something like this were Christine and the Captain. By this point, the Captain had stopped posting on QE Farms for over a month,
well, there's the end
but
of the
was last
episode.
seen quietly observing threads on the site in the last week of December 2018. He had been getting
Yeah, I'm
pressure
gonna
for
just finish
spending
up
too much of
this
his leisure
title
time
card,
away from his
and
wife
then when I
and
get back, we're
daughter
gonna watch
to deal
Boot
with
Play
Chris's
Zone
affairs,
instead.
and was looking to take a break. As Lucas
This is
implied,
just getting
it
too
is possible
depressing.
that the captain, who for months was wishing for the Teen Troon Squad to leave Chris's life,
the
took
animal
control of her Twitter
stuff
account
was
and
the
posed
kind of the
as a
last
troll
straw.
pretending to be
At least for
Magi-Chan and
streaming,
leaked Lucas's
it's just,
private
just too
information
much of
to
a
scare him
bummer.
away as one final act to help Chris. It is then theorized that he was the one responsible for pretending to be
so
Lucas
instead, I'm
while
gonna
leaking
watch
videos recorded
YouTubers that
for the
deserve
Idea
more attention,
Guys,
like
as he was
Fails.
one of the only people who could easily retrieve Christine's account password and be in the possession of the Idea Guys videos. After this time, both the captain and the Teen
yeah,
Troon
we'll just
Squad
leave this up here
ceased
for now,
contact
so-
with Chris.
This is what
From
we'll
this
be
recent
watching
turn of
when I
events,
get back.
it was apparent that meddling in Christine's
And
life, no matter with good
roughly-
intentions or bad, was bound to only bring
You know what?
trouble
I'll
for
give it
all
till after I have
involved.
dinner, so
As
an
those
hour.
who got too
Say an
close
hour.
had to deal with the negative fallout, Chris careened on, changing rules for her life to form as many comfortable cushions as possible, to brace herself for whatever inevitable blow may come.
Alright, well, I at least hit an actual hour of streaming, so at least that's something. Alright. That's it for Chris Chan. I'm not doing Chris Chan no more for streaming. It's just getting too depressing. Next time we're going to be watching Bootleg Zones. So, see ya in an hour or so.